Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakokadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone who teach well and taught us this truth. Salutation, shalom to the elect, the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akims preaching this truth and sincerity, presenting their bodies as living sacrifice. Shalom to the few sisters listening and learning the silence. Mashiach from the camp, Children of the Light, coming at you with another one. I'm gonna let this clip play, and then I'm gonna get right into it.
Of Silicon Valley acknowledge.
I want to refresh
after the game.
Is that your kitchen?
I've actually heard people in the upper echelons of Silicon Valley acknowledge that AI, as it's currently conceived, will exacerbate inequality. And what's so fascinating is when I listen to them talk, I'm like, wait a minute, that's my analysis. Like, we agree with each other on the first part of our analysis of what AI is currently doing to society and what it could continue to do if we continue on this trajectory. And the difference between me and them is the next step of what we do with that. For me, I'm like, so let's stop doing that. Let's stop building AI in a way that exacerbates that inequality. And for them, they're like, this is inevitable. There's nothing you can do about it. And so all that's left for us to do is to make sure that we are part of the winners, not the losers. It's this idea that the world as we know it right now is ending. There's no point in trying to save it. Climate change is coming. The religious end timers are also saying, like, the end is nigh. And civilization as we know it, for the AI boomers and doomers, they're also saying this is going to be cataclysmic. The shift is on the horizon. And they don't have any desire to save what we have currently.
Exactly, and what she's talking about is that AI is going to help drastically, enormously usher in the new world order. Through AI, Esau and the elites will have the ability, right, to move to the next phase of their plan, which being human integration, right, total oppression, bringing in that total, well, they are already totally oppressed, but bringing in that police state, because AI in real time gives them the infrastructure to put all of humankind on a subscription, right? Bringing in the one world currency, right? Being able to analyze in real time. When you talk about the economics of AI that it is going to bring in, how we're all constantly being surveillanced. How much water you consume, how much food you consume in real time. AI will be able to give all of this information, right? And moving into the next steps with the micro CHIP, that mark of the beast, and all of the things that AI will be able to do. So, when she's referring to, the end of this world, metaphorically as well as actually and prosthetically speaking, because the norm that we know is going to end, right? This stage of liberty as we know it will end. AI in real time can analyze your social media profile and flag you as a it can flag you and actually edit your social credit score in real time. AI is going to be able to give them the ability to do all of that. And she's like, hey, if we know that AI is going to bring about the end of what we consider the norm in the world, why do we continue doing it? And that's because Esau and these other nations, they can't stop even if they wanted to, because they are being directed by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, right? He's hard in their hearts, and he set them on the course to do that. So let's go into some scriptures. This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will. That's right. And that's why I say these people couldn't stop if they wanted to. because, it pleases the Lord that they continue down this course, right? Esau loves his technology, man. And, the Lord is going to use his technology on him, but, the Lord has to let these people reach the height of their rulership so his name can be magnified, same as he did with Pharaoh. And I don't have the scripture pulled up right here, but I'm going to go ahead and jump and get it. I know it's around the 20th chapter. I will have mercy on who I have mercy. You say, right, for this reason I raised up Pharaoh. I know it's a 9, or is it 11? Oh, here we go. This is Romans 9:17. Okay, I'm going to start at 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion. So then it is not him that willeth, nor him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I risen thee up, that I might show my power in thee. And that's right. The scriptures talks about how the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart not to let his people go. And the Lord say for this very reason, that's why he rose Pharaoh up. Right? He let Pharaoh and he let Egypt get to the might, the pinnacle of their power. So when he brought them down, his name would be magnified through the earth, right? That's why he say, for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee. And he didn't raise Pharaoh up because Pharaoh did anything good or anything magnificent. He raised Pharaoh up according to the election because Pharaoh had a purpose. So that's why he raised him up, because it was to the Lord's purpose to raise Pharaoh up, just to bring him down, and that my name might be cleared through all the earth. And that's the same thing he's doing with Esau and these nations, right? He's letting Esau, because Esau is his rulership. He's letting Esau get to the height of his power. And AI is going to help Esau get to the pinnacle of his power, because it's going to usher in the infrastructure for the mark of the beast, the micro C-hip. It's going to usher in the infrastructure for the police state. It's going to usher in, and it keeps slipping my mind, right? But pretty much, when they're going to have everyone on rations, right? And on a economic predetermined based system, right? But AI is going to really give Esau that ability to completely control the people, because of the power of AI to be able to compute things in real time. If you haven't heard about the flock cameras, go and look up the flock cameras, where they are actually in real time able to digitally remove and edit video in real time, where it's allowing real time tracking and generating analysis in real time. So if you haven't looked it up, go look up flock cameras and what they can do. Okay, flock cameras are specialized motion activated license plate readers used by law enforcement and private communities to investigate and prevent crime. Right, and this is all digital, so they can actually read your license plate and track you through every camera you go. They can edit out anything in the video that may distract them, and they can even predict where you're gonna go. So that's all through the power of AI. So look that up. Let's go to Daniel 2:21. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. That's right, man. The Lord set up kings and he removed kings. Right? And he also gave the wisdom and knowledge to these people to not only create AI, but to leverage it in the way that they are going to leverage it, right? woe unto them that devise iniquity, right? And upon their beds, and when the morning come, they practice it. But it's the Lord that put that in their minds, when they sleeping at night, all right? So from here, I want to get it. I get that. I didn't have it on my list, but I get it. I think is it Micah 3:1? Nah. Micah. All over the place. Mike, it's not Micah. Oh, give me a second. Micah. Let me find that because it's pull it up right. Why it's on my mind. I know I'm jumping around. I'm not going to even lie. Was it Habakkuk? Woe to them that devise iniquity. Micah 2:1. All right, it's cool. Could have sworn I clicked on it. Okay, this is Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because the power is in their hand. That's right. And the Lord put the power in Esau and these people's hands, that they got the imagination to create AI and then to use it in this way. Right? The scriptures say that, the Lord speak to us when we sleep and give us visions in our mind while we sleep. And it's only because the Lord has empowered them that they're able to do this, right? Because that's their ultimate goal for AI, right? Ushering surveillance and police states, ushering the micro C-hip, the mark of the beast, ushering that one world order, and that ushering in that one world economic system that they're going to use. AI is going to give them the ability to do that, where in real time they can label you what they want to label you as, and they can also mark your social credit score, right? All right, cool. And now, so I had to do a little digging because I wanted to bring up this definition, right? Those in power have to tell us what they're going to do before they do it. Because when you think about it, right, this is predictive programming. And let's look up what predictive programming is for those who don't know. Predictive programming. Right. Predictive programming is a popular conspiracy theory that suggests governments or powerful entities use fictional media such as movie and TV shows as a psychological tool to condition the public. But we know this is not a conspiracy theory, right? Think of all of the AI-based movies that that resulted in the end of the world. Terminator was because of AI. The Matrix was due to AI, in which AI did subdue and totally enslave all of mankind, right? In which the machines just represent Esau, because that's what Esau wants to do. He wants to enslave the whole world, and AI is going to allow him to do that, right? What other movies you got? Fahrenheit 451, where they was able to use AI and technology to actually edit information in real time. They were able to edit videos in real time. When you talk about deep state technology, or is it deep fake? Right. A deepfake is an image, video, or audio recording altered or completely generated by artificial intelligence. Yeah, man. And you've seen it right now. It's just a cute joke where they use AI to bring some dead person back, and they just doing whatever they want to do with it. Like they have Elvis in a 2027 Cherokee or Chevy or something, right? Right now it's a joke, You could bring up Martin Luther King and have him dancing and pop locking, but it's, don't think that these deep fake images and videos are not already out, already being used to condition the mind of the people in one way or the other, right? So deep fake is an image, video, or audio recording altered or completely generated by artificial intelligence. It uses deep learning, a type of machine learning, to convincingly replace a person's likeliness or voice with another, making them appear to say or do things they never did. So you could be watching somebody on TV, and it's not even them. It's AI, and they somewhere around the world in hoodies and cloaks making back alley deals, working iniquity on their bed. Or it could take an innocent person and make them look like they committed a crime. And it's going to look like that person had the same mannerisms and audio completely generated by AI, right? So, how can predictive programming be a conspiracy theory when it's very factual and it's evident that this is a tool being used? So, like, as I'm doing this lesson, I'm drinking some wormwood, very, 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 very bitter, and some olive leaves. Right, the wormwood helps with the digestive system, and the olive leaves helps with inflammation. So look up the wormwood dry leaves and look up the olive leaf dry leaves, so you can make it in your tea. All right, and you can drink it. Okay, so from there, I want to jump right. Okay, let's go back into what these people are doing. So what I brought up is karmic loopholes or disclosures of rules, and this is the belief system that the elites and the ruling powers have to tell us what they're going to do before they do it, because they believe that by telling us what they're going to do, they're going to avoid they're going to avoid karma. It's a loophole. They say, hey, we told you we was going to do before we did it, so it's not our fault. It's your fault because you let it happen to you, right? And you see that a lot. So and what I typed in was, those in power have to tell us what they're going to do before they do it in order to avoid bad karma, because I couldn't find it at first. And so this belief stems from the metaphysical concept of karmic loopholes or disclosure rules, which suggests that harmful actions can only occur if the perpetrator gives advance warning or obtains consent. And you know what? They gave us a lot of warnings. It was some of the movies I named, right? You see what AI could do. You think about Minority Report with Tom Cruise. I believe that has some deep fake stuff in it, right? In which they can prosecute people for crimes that they haven't yet committed. And I believe last year a representative said that, when they were rolling out the military in DC, that, they are looking to go into a draconian state where they want to come down with harsher laws. They don't care if you even did the crime or what it was. If you was in that area or you were suspicious enough, that should give them the authority to be able to lock you up, get you off the streets, and prosecute you. Right? So they've already been warning us of the power of AI and what they want to use AI for. Right? Especially with the micro chip, right? Biometrics, having your medical history being digitally implanted on you, having your social history, your credit score being digitally implanted on you, right? Okay. It says the perpetrator gives advance warning or obtains consent, shifting or reducing the karmic burden. However, this is a philosophical interpretation rather than an official legal or ethical mandate. All right, and here you go again with I'm using my hand quotes, right? They're saying this is like a conspiracy theorist type thing, but how can it be when all of the breadcrumbs that they've been dropping, we see is likely and it's on the verge of coming to fruition, right? But again, This is all the doing of Yahweh Bashir and Yahweh Shah, right? These people couldn't stop. They couldn't get off this path if they wanted to, right? And it's because this world must end, right? Esau's rulership must end, and Yahweh Shah is going to come back and establish the kingdom, right? All of this is for the controversy of Zion. And now I want to jump to Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid us, and this is talking about Esau, Babylon the Great. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art taken. That's right, man. The Lord has laid a trap for Esau. All right, because he, through his technology, right, which he's so proud of, right, and going into the missiles, because the missiles now use AI, right? When you talk about how they hit their targets geographically, right? The interceptors that they use, and things like this. The missiles are going to use AI technology, man. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Yeah, man, the Lord has laid a trap for Esau using his own technology, because the more progressive your technology gets, and the closer you get to the pinnacle of your kingdom, that's when the Lord gonna bring you down. The same way he risen up Pharaoh for that same purpose, so that the name of the Lord might be magnified, right? The Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation, right? And this is talking about the missiles, but also that goes into Esau's technology. For this is the work of the Lord, right? Yahweh, the Father of hosts in the land of Chaldeans. The Chaldeans are the Babylonians, right? All right. So did I want to jump into that? So yeah, man. This thing is gonna get where it's gonna get, and it's nothing these people can do about it, because this is the design of the Lord. It's the Lord's will that it happens. So on that note, I'm gonna say shalom, 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 kwam yasharala.